No? You guys in there?
Yo, Sai. Where you at?
Open the gate! Hello? Anyone gonna let us in?
How the hell did you get in? Long story.
I can fill you in, Sai. Pax has got stuff to do.
I have to find my mom. Don't wander off, okay? Something's going on here. This isn't normal.
Yeah, I thought you said they'd be friendly. Maybe they're just upset about the giant hole I made.
Times have definitely changed. I'll be back soon. Still getting a weird vibe?
Something's wrong. I don't know if it's the people or something else. It feels malicious. I've never felt anything like it. I'd really appreciate it if you could hurry up and do what needs doing. I want to be back on that bus before nightfall.
I need to talk to Mom before... Okay, I'll hurry up and do what I need to do.
And please, try to avoid physical altercations. After last night's shit show, I'm not sure you'll survive another fight. You better be back to tell me we're getting ready to leave.
I still need to find Mom.
Didn't Winnie Earp say Rose's grave?
How's the robot?
Making strange noises. I'm glad you're both okay. Sounds like you had a pretty dramatic homecoming. And after that savage beating we took last night, I'm sure the last thing you wanted is more drama. But this place is creepy. Feels like we've walked onto the set of a folk horror movie.
Spoken like a city girl. It's just your average rural commune.
That's exactly what the first victim says before demon-worshipping cultists murder her.
I thought you were going back to get the robot.
Just checking the place out. Creepy folk horror vibes aside, it's also pretty damn cool.
It used to be a justice re-education camp for children.
Wait, you weren't in a re-education camp, were you?
That was before the noise. I arrived a couple of years later with the migrants who found me. The justice wardens had all fled by then, leaving the children behind. Annie and Rosa took over. They built this community. It was a nice place to grow up. What's the word? Bucolic?
I bet. And now it's just creepy.
I doubt they still serve Sunday brunch.
Between our community and the void. Her guns are loaded, her knives sharpened. Those from the outside who say Jane is just a myth or silly superstition have not wandered these woods at night. There is a darkness out there. Jane of the Void is a part of that darkness, but she also protects us from it. Without Jane, none of us would be here. We owe our lives and this... We have a stranger among us. What are you doing here?
Just looking for Annie.
Mind how you go, stranger. This is our home. Without Jane, none of us would be here.
Yo, what's up, chicks?
This bounty to her.
I don't know, kid.
Sisters,
What do you say to chickens?
in a silent prayer as we express our gratitude to she who walks.
That's a remnant from the detention camp days, kid. We never distinguished between holes in the ground. This was a community kid. One giant family. There must have been over 100 people living here, and a lot of them were kids. Orphaned when the noise struck. Adopted by folks like Annie and Rosa. Good people who stepped up. It wasn't paradise, but those nights by the fire, people telling stories, singing songs, all of that was taken from me. But then I would have never had this opportunity. A chance to get out, all the way, permanently.
Looks like I'm not the first visitor today, Rosa. They still miss you. We all do. It's Rosa's 75th today. She was so sure she'd live to see it. She made plans, but then... she prayed you'd make it back for the funeral. What the hell are you wearing? You'll catch a cold. Did you forget we have weather?
I'm sorry I wasn't here for the funeral. I wanted to. Without papers, I can leave Pacifica. And even if I managed to get out, I'd never be able to get back in.
So why are you here now?
We're not going back.
You're not going... Oh, shit. I need to sit down. What do you mean you're not going back? You're staying here? After the risk we took sending you south, you're not returning to Pacifica? What about your job? Your apartment, your life? You're just gonna leave it all behind? Run away?
I changed jobs. We're on an assignment. We're not staying.
An assignment? What kind of assignment?
Doesn't matter. But I needed to come here for Ziggy and to say goodbye to you and to Mom.
It's too little too late, Pax. Rosa always thought you'd come home. I guess she was right. In a way, just not the way she imagined. She'd be heartbroken if she knew you weren't there with us after the end.
I'm not going to fight with you. I just need to see Ziggy. And I need to get something. Something I left behind.
I don't know where your sister is. She goes off on her own, sometimes for hours, sometimes for days.
Okay. Well, I'll look for her. You greet all visitors with a loaded gun these days?
Times have changed. People are scared. I'll talk to Fred. Not that she'll listen. The girls, at first they hated the idea of guns, but now they've grown used to them. Given the current mood, I'm not sure it was the right choice, but there's no going back. Z's so busy all the time, especially after we bought the robots. She keeps them running. Spends a lot of time in the shop. I barely see her.
Why are people so hostile? And I don't just mean the guns. Liberty doesn't feel like home anymore.
You left home a long time ago. I don't know what happened. It's gotten worse in the last year or two. The girls are frightened and happy, angry. I guess it's a reflection of the world outside Liberty. No one trusts anyone anymore.
Annie, what did you tell Z?
About...
Why you sent me away?
It's been 16 years, Pat.
And it's been on my mind for 16 years.
You know how anxious your sister gets. You were always the strong one.
You didn't answer the question.
We told her what she needed to know.
Did you keep any of my belongings?
Most of them. They're still in your... Well, it's Z's cabin now. She keeps it locked. There's been thefts. The key's in that arcade machine she keeps out front.
Why did you send me away?
To protect you. To protect Z. You know what happened, Pax. If you'd stayed, they would have come for you. We did what was best for everyone.
Everyone. Right.
You had opportunities in Pacifica that you would have never had here.
Much good it did me. I'm gonna get my stuff and look for Ziggy.
Don't leave without saying goodbye. I'm just taking a breather. You go do whatever needs doing.
Hey, Mom. I'm sorry I never came back. I'm sorry I didn't get to say goodbye. I'm sorry I screwed everything up for everyone. I'm really trying. And it's no longer about just me. And I hope I can do right by them like you always did with me. I miss you, Mom. A lot. No more diesel generators, kid. Hello? Anyone here? Z? Love what you've done with the place, Z. Hey, my old jacket. How about that, kid? Still fits. Can you believe this is where we lived, kid? 8 of us to this cabin alone. And we were lucky. Some of the other cabins housed a dozen kids stacked like hotcakes. At least it was never boring. Made me wish I could just fly away, leave everyone behind. Which in retrospect, I guess, is kind of funny.
You gotta talk into the microphone, Z, like this, see?
What are you doing, Z? I want to use the tape recorder. It'll be better with both of us. You gotta talk into the microphone, Z. Like this, see? Hello? Yeah, just like that. Okay, so, we're recording the secret recording on, Saturday. We need a date, not a day of the week. What's the date? 2009. That's just the year, not the whole date. Come on, what day is it? Saturday? No, oh, never mind. It's April something. April something, 2009, Camp Liberty, Oregon, the American Republic. This is Pax. And Ziggy. Don't interrupt. This is Pax, head chief of the Secret Society of Sisters, and this is...
Ziggy, the head executive chief president queen of the Secret Society
That's not a real title.
Yes, it is.
You don't even know what the word executive means, Zig.
It means important. What does this button...
You just stopped the recording.
That's okay. We got all the important information. We need to keep this safe for when historians find it in 300 years.
They'll probably be researching the Secret Society of Sisters. Hey, what's that?
Nothing.
Is that my meme? You thief!
I was just borrowing it for a little while. I was gonna give it back.
You have to ask first if you want to borrow it, otherwise it's stealing.
But you never share.
Give it back!
I'm just borrowing it.
I didn't say you could.
I'm telling moms.
Go ahead, they'll kill you for stealing.
No, they won't.
They totally will.
But I'm just borrowing it.
I didn't say you could.
I'm telling moms.
Go ahead, they'll kill you for stealing.
No, they won't.
They totally will.
But I'm just borrowing it.
I didn't say... Go away!
Ow! That hurt. You're mean. You're not supposed to use your Vox on me. Or anyone. I'm telling moms.
Don't you dare. If you do, I'll put you in that hole and nail it shut.
No!
I don't know if it's still here, kid. This is just the cartridge. So where's the meme? We came here for two things, kid. Z and the meme. Maybe if we find one, we find the other. Where are you hiding, sis?
It's Annie's girl, Pax.
For real? Now that's a bad omen. What are they doing here?
Only Annie knows. Probably part of her plan to rebuild Liberty.
More like wreck. Fred's right. Annie has no respect for our values or traditions.
Things were better when Rosa was around.
Fred says we need to do something before it's too late.
We should start with the opium fields and the fucking robots. Get back to basics.
Maybe it's time for new leadership. Fred's been saying a lot of smart things. She's on our side.
And now Annie's invited freaks into our camp. Maybe it's time we start listening to what Fred has to say?
What are you doing?
They're talking about us.
Annie wants you up at the school to discuss the early warning system.
We wouldn't need an early warning system if we stopped inviting trouble into our community. First the opium, now we've got deviants running around spreading their verbal virus. I'm telling you, sooner or later, one of them's gonna go Nova and kill us all. You saw what the big one did to our gate? Punched a hole right through it.
Well, Annie's waiting for you, so...
A fucking bell isn't gonna solve anything. We need to return to what made Liberty great, our traditional values. Whatever. I'll go see Annie. But tell the others I want to have a chat later about all of this.
They really don't like us.
This used to be a refuge for anomals, and now? It's disturbing. This paranoid bullcrap.
She said something about a schoolhouse? I'd like to draw that.
School's up those stairs on the other side. Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Okay.
Careful the whole siding doesn't fall.
That's what I'm trying to fix. We don't want another incident like what happened to Harmony.
Perhaps she angered Jane. That's why it fell on her. Harmony's been saying she maybe wants to leave.
Well, she wouldn't be the only one.
What are you saying?
I'm saying there are more people who want to get out while they can.
Before what?
I don't know. People are afraid and angry and paranoid. Saying weird shit. Crazy shit. I worry something's going to.
And then Pax fell face first into the mud, cursing like a sailor. Of course, Rosa washed her mouth out with green soap and grounded her for a month. After that, I don't think I ever heard Pax curse again.
This actually explains a lot. And I thought she was a handful now.
Oh, she was a real handful back then. She ruled the playground with an iron fist. But she also kept the other children in line. They looked up to her. And she'd always stand up for the weakest ones. She wasn't a bully. She was just tough.
Sounds like the Pax we all know and love.
Yeah, I have stories. So many stories.
I'd love to hear them all, Miss Annie.
Oh,
You look
just let me
unreasonably
think.
happy.
What can I say? This place is growing on me. If I just ignore the creepy villagers side-eyeing me and the general folk horror ambiance, it's adorably rustic. Part of me just wants to stay, but that part of me would probably also end up being sacrificed to an ancient forest god.
What are you doing here?
Meeting your mum. She's a delight.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Could you give us some space?
Pax, don't be rude.
It's fine. It was nice meeting you, Miss Annie.
Is this how you treat your friends?
Sometimes. What's with the bell?
It's a way to alert everyone in case of an emergency. Old school, but foolproof. But we've been struggling to get it up. It's heavy.
No sign of Ziggy?
I have no idea where that girl is. You know how anxious she gets around people. So are you and this lovely, person.
I'm not sure what's happening there.
Well, I hope you figure it out. Did you find your things?
Not yet. Hey, why does everyone seem so on edge?
Like I told you, some are still stuck in the past. They'll have to learn to move on and leave the ghosts behind. Maybe Pax can pull the bell up.
The prodigal daughter returns to save the day. Go on then. Use your voice. Try to not go Nova and blow everyone up.
Let's go, Belle. Sai! Sai!
Come in! What do you need?
Rope, bell, upper body strength.
Just so you know, I'm doing this for your mom.
I'm about to do a sweet-ass stunt.
Pax, language!
I must have been 12 at the time. Wild as winter winds.
Sorry. Do a sweet stunt. Watch this.
You'll break your neck. Why can't you just use the slide like a normal child?
Normal? I am normal.
I wasn't.
That was radical.
It wasn't radical, Ziggy. Don't do that again, Pax.
I won't lie. That's a promise I can neither make nor keep.
We'll talk about it later. Right now, I need your help, both of you.
Oh man, not pickup patrol.
There's snow on the way, and the children left toys everywhere.
But we did pick up patrol yesterday.
Yesterday.
If the toys are left out, they'll be covered in snow and hard to find.
This is totally unfair.
Totally unfair.
The world is unfair, girls. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll finish.
We could just leave the rest of them out. They'll be fine. You heard what Annie said. Both of us are on pickup patrol.
You're not allowed to call her that.
Abuela Annie, so are you helping or not?
In a minute. I'm almost done. And her name is Mom.
We can keep playing as long as we pick up toys as we go.
Won't moms be mad?
We're not doing anything wrong.
I guess
You
not.
can't trust kids to pick up after themselves. Why do children just leave toys lying around? Z, are you even helping? Want to see who can swing the highest?
No way. You always win.
That's only because I'm braver than you. You can learn to be braver.
How?
You just decide to? I don't know. It's not hard.
Easy for you to say because you're already brave. I'm not. I get scared.
Don't be silly. It's just a swing. You're not gonna die.
But Mom said...
Abuela Annie says a lot of things. You can't listen to her. She gets spooked by ghosts.
I'm not afraid of ghosts.
I know you're not, which is why I think you can learn to swing higher.
I'll... think about it.
It's a miracle the swing was still standing, given the ordeals I'd put it through. After every fight with Annie or Rosa, I'd take my first...
Not too fast, Pax!
Don't be so boring.
But I get dizzy!
You need to toughen up, kid.
Don't call me that. You're also a kid.
Older than you, fart face.
No name calling.
It's not name calling if it's the truth. Butt breath.
I'm telling moms.
If you tell moms, I'll make it go so fast you can't stop puking and you die. From puking.
Don't!
I won't, shit spout. I'm just messing with you.
You shouldn't say bad words. You'll go to hell.
All of Liberty was our playground. We were wild kids. Most of us orphans with free rein to roam. As long as we got to school on time, ate our meals together,
How many more of
went to
these
bed by
are
lights
there?
out. The
This
wind
must
and
be
the
the
weather
last one, right?
were our wardens.
Kids should be banned from playing
Still,
with toys.
there was magic in that schoolyard, and I was its undisputed queen. No equipment was used without my consent. Yeah.
Are you gonna drop me again like last time?
That was an accident. I'm not gonna drop you.
It wasn't an accident. You did it on purpose and then you laughed when I said it hurt.
That's because you cry at everything, baby.
You cry when you get hurt.
No, I don't. I keep it all inside. If it doesn't kill you, you grow taller. That's what Annie says.
Mama Rosa says it's okay to cry.
Yeah, well, maybe the grown-ups aren't always right.
It's a miracle Ziggy didn't get sick of me, the way I kept torturing her. I was the worst big sister. But for some reason, she looked up to me, copied me, clung to me like I was...
What's that? Pacific Sideband. Pretty, isn't it?
Ugh, it's a snail.
I like snails. They're cute.
They're slimy.
It's soft. And they're good gardeners.
I don't care. I don't like them.
Z was always the smart one. The one who read books, paid attention in class, asked questions. I was the daredevil, the one who questioned authority and made life a living hell for Abuela Annie and Mama Rosa. Zig was a follower, but I underestimated her. She was a lot more independent than I gave her credit for.
Z, seriously, stop playing and start helping. I'm getting hungry. I think that's the last one. Just need to put them back inside. I think we got them all, Z. We just have to put them back now. Z? Ziggy! Where did you go? Fine, I'll do it myself. But I'm telling Moms. Hello? Are you hiding in here, Z? Don't even think about trying to scare me. I'll tickle you to death. What's that sound? Whispers. Oh no, the ghosts are back. I have to use the meme too. Shoot, where is it? I must have left it in the tower, of course.
We were still haunted by echoes of the noise. That's what we call the broadcast. Over a decade later, there were still whispers that spread like viruses. To some, they were ghosts, demons, evil spirits, but they weren't supernatural. They were just voices. And I was the only one who could see them for what they were. Echoes from the past. And I was the only one who could get rid of them. But to do that, I needed my little magic box. The meme. And this wasn't the first time I'd left it in our secret forest hideout. Our castle.
Ziggy, are you out there? Z, come on, you brat. Stop playing games.
Our castle in the woods. Our secret, sacred hideout. If Z wasn't inside Liberty, she'd be out there. In our special place.
There you are, you spaz.
I could be so mean to Ziggy. Say the worst things. I'm not proud of it, but I was a kid.
What are you doing? Hello? Have you seen my meme? I know I left it out here. I hope for your sake you haven't touched it.
It's not fair, it's not fair. She always gets her way. I didn't mean it. I was only playing. It's not fair. I wanted to play a game. I played it wasn't fair. It wasn't fun. Why can't I play? Stop putting voices into my head!
What are you talking about?